Alright guys, Rich here from the RC Network, and look at what we have here. This is the Axial Score trophy truck. I actually just got this in today, and I can't wait to get this thing unboxed and really check it out. There's full seals on this thing. I have not touched this thing. And if you guys have been around the RC Network long enough, you know that I love my Yetis. I've had a couple of kits, both the 1/10 and the XL, and then of course my not so RTR, or what I'm calling lately the 2.0 version of my Axial Yeti, the 1/10 scale. Really love these things. They just perform well, and of course everyone was in the big bandwagon of trying to convert their Axial Yeti into a trophy truck, and that's exactly what Axial has done here. They've given us everything we wanted. We wanted that scale realism and a true desert kind of trophy truck, and they have delivered this thing. I mean, just look at this thing. It just looks absolutely ridiculous. So I'm absolutely not the first person to unbox one of these on YouTube, but I want one and I got one. So right here, you cannot say enough about Axial's branding. I mean, take a look at this stuff. Score, King off-road shocks, BFGoodrich, Method racing wheels, MagnaFlow, Rigid Industries lighting, Sparco, Lowrance, Fuel Safe. I mean, they just keep going on and on and on. All of these different brands that they've partnered with to just get that scale realism that we all are dying for in our RC vehicles. So right here, let's flip this box over before I crank this thing out of its box. But right here, we're looking at lots of maybe slightly different things that we saw in the original Axial Yeti. So right here, a little bit different transmitter. It's using a Tactic transmitter and receiver now. Pretty much the same Vanguard system, the 3150 kV brushless motor, and they're kind of like a rebranded Castle, kind of a SV2 or SV3 looking speed control. So it is 3S capable, which is really nice. It is waterproof along with the motor, I believe. So nice little addition here are the King shocks. Now, not really an official King, you know, just the light blue is on there, so that gives you that King look to it, which is really nice. Of course, these are kind of like the Icon shocks that we saw on the Axial Yeti kit. So you do get a 4-link suspension, independent front suspension, the AR60 axle in the rear, which is just proven. That thing is just bulletproof. You do get long travel rear sway bar, which is very nice. They're WB8 HG drive shafts. I'm excited, so let's get this thing cracked open and see what we get. All right, we'll check that thing out. God, that thing looks good. And I was just kind of messing around with it just to see exactly, you know, the suspension on this thing is just ridiculous. I mean, you really look at how much that thing just raises. I mean, look at the suspension on this thing. Wow. Anyways, let's do some boring stuff first, but then we'll dive into that Axial Yeti Score trophy truck. Right here, we do get a full owner's manual with some cross promotion for Estes rockets, the Tactic TTX 300 2.4 gigahertz remote, and then also just some other stuff from Axial in there. But nice, they always do very nice owner's manuals, full color. They do a great job. Now, one thing that Axial is known for is their bag of parts. Now, this is an RTR vehicle, but you get all of these extra parts here, and I'm looking inside here, and of course all the King blue stuff right there you're seeing, extra body mounts. There are Wild Boar 8 drive shaft pieces. There's skull heads and motocross heads, and there's even like a ESC plate in there. So don't throw this thing away. This is priceless when it comes to customizing your rig. Next thing here, we do get the new remote. This is the TTX 300 from Tactic. No antenna whatsoever, not even a little shark fin like we're so used to. But, you know, very small-ish radio, has a kind of ergonomic, different feel to it. The wheel feels really nice. I'm really happy with that. And, you know, of course, Axial is always great with supplying us with great 4 battery remotes. So 4 AA batteries, you're ready to go. You have all of your reversing's right here, your power button. You have your dual rate, your steering or throttle trim and steering trim, all ready to go. So has a couple of extra buttons down here. It's probably maybe for a 3rd channel, I would believe. We'll have to inspect that later. But anyways, that is the remote. But let's get back to this thing right here. God, that thing just looks sick right there. I'm just looking at all the scale details, the little exhaust tips right here that are kind of poking out. Kind of zoom in here for you guys. Working with a little bit new camera equipment as well. So see the exhaust tips right there, and even the fire extinguishers on either side of the spare tire that's mounted back here. All of the cage is exposed here, little kind of fairing up here to, you know, kind of get some aerodynamics. Really super trick items on this body and just overall from this Yeti score truck. But nonetheless, it is still kind of an Axial Yeti underneath. We're looking at these Method licensed rims. Of course, these great BFGoodrich all-terrain, or no, Baja TAs, KR2s. Super nice, super scale looking. God, those things looks, it just looks great. So let's go ahead and take some of these pins off. So right here, we're looking at 2 pins up here on the nose. Also, more scale features right here. These little louvers. Check those things out. Look at those. That's kind of built in. We're also looking at, this is nice. Those are headlight buckets. Super nice for a scale body. Very reminiscent to a Ford Raptor, although it's not officially licensed, but definitely looks like that. So let's go ahead and pull these pins off. Huge bumper here. Definitely different. And there's the trophy truck kind of bob right there. I've seen this in other videos. Brett Bowen over there at doing his little show. But let's go and pull these back ones off. Very reminiscent of the Axial Yeti. There we go. All 4 pins off. So we can pull that body off. There we go. Super trick. Let me go ahead and set this aside. Let's take a look at a little bit more on this body. They've actually cut out the windows to give you that realistic look as well. But all the roll cage on the back side is all built into the body. Check this thing out. Another Baja TA official tire on there with a Method rim. Super nice. Check that out. Look at even the detail right here with these fire extinguishers. Even the instruction label with the Axial logo right there. Hopefully that camera will get in there. There we go. Look at that. Awesome. So super trick. Let's get on to the rest of it. Now this is the part that a lot of people are kind of looking at and going, wait a second, why does it look like this? And this is just the interior set, but looks very like the Axial Yeti, but slightly different. But this just kind of sits onto the body mounts. And I've seen some other mods to get this into the cab, and I'll probably go that route as well. So that's going to be the interior. But here we have that's the Axial Yeti right there. Look at that thing. It's all true right there. It's basically an Axial Yeti. A little bit different here on the front mount. The back mounts are just slightly different. The warning tag, of course. Dean's plug, which is always nice. They always take care of their owners with giving us officially, licensed items to get us going right away. Look at that stance on that thing. Look at the shock angle right there. Super nice. Big, huge, wide bar here. It looks like they have mounts right here also for LED lights in the future. Let's take a look in here, and it does look like we are running on dog bones in the front. So definitely an upgrade on the Yeti kit version. You get CVDs and adjustable turnbuckles, but we do get at least plastic links right there. Everyone would wish that they were the adjustable ones, but hey, this thing looks trick. But onto the electronics here, the Vanguard system from Axial, kind of a rebranded Castle 3150, capable of 3S, waterproof on both, I believe. Definitely on the ESC that I read. I'll have to double check on that motor. Tactic high torque servo in there with the official blue King little bits and pieces there on the servo arm. So kind of trick there, very nice. Got that nice fuel cell there that we've seen in the Axial Yeti before. Same pretty much sway bar back here, and then of course the lower trailing arms, very nice, very nice scale look here. Let's look at the underside. So we're seeing pretty much the same arms that we saw in the Yeti, the same chassis plate, the Wild Boar 2 drive shaft right there, and of course the famous AR60 rear axle off of the Axial Wraith. So it does appear that we are riding on 12 millimeter hexes all the way around, so no more of that pen drive that kind of plagued a few of the original Axial Yetis, including mine. But I was quickly swapped out by Axial for a set of their 12 millimeter hex kind of hub adapters. These are 6-bolt wheels, so you can buy aftermarket hub adapters or SLW hubs to put on there. Overall, super nice. God, I love this thing. This thing is going to be fun to drive. I've already seen a lot of running videos out there in YouTube land and have really enjoyed checking out other channels and what they're doing. But anyways, guys, that is my Axial Yeti Score trophy truck. This has been a long-ish video, and I can't wait to get some batteries charged up, throw it in there, and just go have some fun. Well, guys, that's it for now. If you have any comments or questions, please leave those on down below. I'm really quick at answering that thing. Check me out on Instagram. That is my newest fangled social media avenue for loading up pictures and whatnot. Check me out there. Also Facebook. But anyways, comments, questions on down below. And as always, thumbs up and subscribe. That's it for now, guys. Over and out.